Hello. Yay. So another edition of your Inner Dominatrix moment, and we're continuing on with the sales aspect and taking a look at really getting you to the space where you can close more sales. Because honestly, being conscious is one thing, but the reality is that we do still need money on this planet. We still need money to function with our businesses, with our lives. And so being able to close sales in whatever business that you're in is such a valuable skill to have. And it's things that are, they're things that you can learn. They're things that you can learn to step into. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that is not about the actual skills of closing. So, it's not this, do this statement and this will close people. It's actually been proven that your intent has more effect than your technique. So, think about that for a minute. Your technique of closing does not have to be perfect in order for you to be able to close more sales. Your intent when you are coming across to people and the intent that you present and who you be and how you show up has much more of an effect than your perfection. And this is so true. I have seen this across the board, that when I am in that space, in that zone, what I call the inner dominatrix, that space where you're present, you're with people, when I'm in that zone and I'm, excited about what I'm doing, I can completely muck up a description of what it is that I'm selling and still have people say yes. So I've seen this in my own work. I've seen this with my clients, and I've also seen it with being able to teach other people, that it's much more about you getting into the space of who you are and how you show up on a sales call, as opposed to having the perfect close, the perfect tool, the perfect bit, and all of these tools and things. And so, it's interesting. I've been doing some more research and kind of, getting the science behind and the research behind what I knew and know intuitively, and finding out that, there is, in fact, a lot of evidence to show that who you are, how you show up, what your intention is, has way more of an effect on the ability to connect and close than your tools and techniques. And in fact, a lot of these, tools that people have been using on, testing the close and trying things out, they can sometimes be a hindrance as opposed to helpful. Trying to constantly close the person in testing that out often turns people off. And especially now, people are quite savvy about sales skills and sales tools. And, we've seen this for a long time, so we know what they are. For myself, I've studied neurolinguistic programming, and neurolinguistic programming is used for a lot of sales trainings. They use it in order to be able to train people on how to gain rapport and how to, test out the close and how to lead people, pace them into the close. I know when people are using NLP to try to manipulate me into a sale. And I don't have a point of view about manipulating, but it's just to say that I know it. And the more people who know NLP, because NLP has become very widely known, but the more people who know that, they can very quickly spot when somebody is not authentically moving them in a direction that is in their best interest, but doing it in a way that is about what they're after, which is, of course, the sale. They're after the money. And we can feel that. And so here's the thing. Confidence, this is what I started with, confidence is not actually the key. You can be confident, and yes, that is important. That is an important skill and tool to have in your repertoire. You do want to be confident about what you're doing and what you're selling, but that's not the most critical piece. And this is where I'm really excited. So the stuff that I've been leaning into this week is, the research behind what is it? What is more important than confidence for sales? And what comes up is, this warmth and genuineness and authenticity. That's what's more important. you genuinely caring about the other person and what they're going to get out of this, as opposed to what your desire is. And this is what, I've been saying for a long time, it's about us getting out of our own way and into this space of being of service to the client, of service to the person that you're talking to, and moving in that space. Now, that being said, okay, that's great. I tell you that it's about you leaning into being, in a genuine, caring space. But the reality is that when you're feeling stressed about money, and this can happen at any level, it's not, I don't care what level you're at with your business, this kind of challenge comes up wherever you are. Because there are times where, your bills get out of control. You could have $100,000 a month coming in, but if the bills are $200,000 a month coming in, then you're going to get stressed out about money. And so you can end up with this same kind of stress being brought to your sales calls, and you can lose the call because of that. So, hey guys, so when you're in the space where you genuinely care about the person and it's not about whether you close them or not, then you're more likely to find a solution and a fit that's going to work for them. Now, how do you do that? How do you actually get to that space where you let go of attachment? That's the key, letting go of attachment and being able to drop into that space that you would be on that call even if you didn't close them, even if it didn't lead to a sale. And that's the whole inner dominatrix energy that I keep talking about, right? This is what I'm so excited in this research, is that it's like exactly what I've been teaching, exactly what I've been saying, that this presence, this willingness to lose everything, the willingness to be there and show up authentically for them and just for them, allows you that space. It allows you that ease. Now, it's not an overnight process. It's not something I can just say, here's the tool, here it is on the Facebook Live, and I'm just going to give it to you, right? No, it doesn't work that way. It's a process of letting go of all of your judgments of yourself, all of the preconceived ideas about the other person, the layers. So there's layers to be moving out to really genuinely drop into this. You can play with it, but if you really want to go deep with it, then it's a process where you're really going to want to be just weeding out all of those niggly little bits. And the niggly little bits can be things that you're not willing to see, you're not willing to acknowledge, but they need to go. And that's where having somebody on the outside to be able to say, okay, this is what's going on. This is what, let's take a look at this piece. Let's take a look at your judgment of this, and that's what's getting in the way. And in doing that, it will take you deeper, faster, and move you more into that space of being willing to be authentic, to be genuine, to be caring, and to show up in a way that's going to serve the client. And in serving the client, they're going to want to say yes. So that's the overview of where it's not about confidence. It's about you genuinely caring about the client. It's you genuinely caring about their best interest. And that leads to more sales. So letting go of attachment to the outcome, showing up, clear your baggage. For those that want to go deeper, I'd invite you to schedule a call so we can talk about what that looks like and what the options are. It's not just about working one-to-one with me. There are other options, so we can have a chat and see whether that makes sense, whether you're really willing and ready to take that deep dive and make those big leaps in your business. All right, so those of you on the Facebook Live, there's an extra little piece. If you're watching this either live or in the recording, definitely leave a comment, say hi, and share in order to win. So the last Facebook Live that I did with this piece, I forgot to announce the winner. How bad of me. So I'm going to do that now. So Clara Foster, woohoo! Shout it out, woohoo! Clara, you get a $25 gift certificate. I'm going to reach out to you in a private message, and you can let me know whether you would like a Starbucks card or a Amazon card. I do have some other options for gift certificates, so share this so that other people can get this juicy, sexy information, and you get a chance to win something. So how good is that? Hey guys, thanks everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. Mwah.